So here is Yasmin.
Need help?
$3,000 gold each. I don't have that much money. Hi, I'm Shadowfate, and I'm a massive collector. When I play a video game, I always want to accomplish 100% completion. On my main account in WoW I have 89% completion at ATT right now, but now I want to try something different, something new. With the many locked series out there right now, I want to do my own. So I created a new account and a set of rules to go from 0 to 100% zone by zone. This is ATT Locked. Welcome back to another episode of ATT Locked, the challenge where I have to complete everything from ATT mini list from a zone before I can move on to the next. In today's episode we are gonna continue our fishing and cooking tasks, continue with Taragosa, level 2 more characters to a specific level and do some of their special tasks as well. For cooking we actually only got one thing, the achievement 50 cooking awards for collecting 50 Epicurean awards. But for fishing we got a whole lot of stuff this time. We got the achievement 500 fish for catching 500 fish. From the Storm and Daily we finally got the jeweled fishing pole. That means we're only missing the bone fishing pole now from this quest. And from the Cockerless in the City quests in Terracar Forest, we also got 2 pets, Chuck and Snarly. I then decided to do some preparation for a later quest from Legion called If 2 by Sea. To start this quest we needed to finish the Uniting the Isle quest from Legion Dalaran, for which we needed the factions the Nightfall, the Court of Verandus, the High Mountain Tribe, the Villager and the Dreamverse all to level friendly, and the easiest way to complete this is by questing through the Legion zones. But for some reason I couldn't start the quest for Azuna, so I needed to do the intro of the Allerhoi campaign first, in this case the Warrior campaign. After starting the campaign and talking to Danav Trollbane, we'd been sent to the Broken Shore, where we fought alongside the Raikul and died. Wait, what? Yep, that's what happened. So, challenge over. That's it from me. See you in the next challenge. Of course, this wasn't the end. The Valkyrie brought us to the Skyhold, where we talked with Odin, who said here you need a stronger weapon. So, after a short scenario, we got the War Swords of Valor. And then we were finally able to start the story of Azuna. After playing through the stories of each of the 5 Legion zones, we reached friendly with the Court of Verandus, the Dreamweavers, the High Mountain Tribe, the Villager, and the Nightfallen. Man, what a grind this was.
There remains much to be done.
It was then time to once again head into the Firelands to continue our grind for Taragosa. Since we were only missing one Eternal Ember at this point, I decided to only kill Badlands. We go there on Heroic first and got the following loot. So all spires are disappeared. So let's see, do we get our lost Ember? Obviously not. Why should we? So we get the Funeral Pyre, Borders of Manifold Eyes, and the rest we already got. And since she didn't drop our Ember we needed, we tried again on normal. And there it is, last Eternal Ember, we can continue the quest. Nice. We also get some other transmog, the Ward of the Red Widow, Carapace of Imbibed Flame. With the Ember now in hand, I headed to Oldham to buy a Sense of Time, only to realize 3,000 gold each. I don't have that much money. So unfortunately we can't progress any further on this quest line for now. Next up we started to level our subtlety rogue Vinera, and we first up went to the Burning Steppes, where we fought against the Black Orcs and their true horde. And the story is basically a 4-part strategy to fight against this horde. First up, preparation. We had to free dragon whelplings and had to gather different materials off the steppes. Second, infiltration. We made ourselves a disguise to infiltrate the horde and damage them from the inside. Third, anticipation. We gathered more materials and other things to prepare some traps for the leaders of the Black Rocks. Lastly, annihilation. We place our traps and start a full-blown attack against this fake horde. Step 5. Victory! Heading into the Searing Gorge, we first help the Dark Iron Dwarfs in Thorium Advance to fight against the Dark Iron Dwarfs that are loyal to Ragnaros by killing one of their leaders, Dick Boss Dun Whisker. But for him to show up, we first had to genocide the Dark Irons in the area. We then traveled to the seat of the Brotherhood, where we helped to fight against more Dark Iron as well as the Twilight Hammer cult. We then went on to the Iron Summit, where Mountain Lord Randon had some more quests for us to complete, which involved even more Dark Iron Dwarf killing and dancing a Polonaise. There only was just one thing missing. We had to attack the Slag Pit, so we got on an airship to destroy the defenses, then traveled inside the pit, freed slaves and killed even more Dark Iron. We then did one of the cruelest things we ever did. We fought against the Dark Irons again, but this time not by weapon. We did it with sleep deprivation by stealing their pillows. We are a monster. Our next target was to kill one of the leaders of the Twilight Hammer and the Overseer Maltorius. Our last task here was to banish Archduke Kelsinder back into the Firelands, and after finishing all that, we completed the Searing Gorge. Welcome to the Badlands, the archaeology zone. No, we are not doing archaeology here. That will be part of the Jade Forest. Oh, damn. Oh, I've spoiled something. Why can't I just keep my mouth shut? Nonetheless, we have a story here to complete. The first part was
The Day the Deathwing Came,
which was told by 3 different probably drunk guys. Each of them had their own version of the story, how Deathwing came to the Badlands, and how each of them have beaten Deathwing by themselves. Totally crazy, but also very funny question. 10 out of 10 would recommend. We then started the actual story of the zone, by helping a goblin called Rhea to fight against the black dragons and stealing their eggs. Oh, she's actually not a goblin, she's a red dragon called Rhea Strasser. We then traveled into the Tomb of the Watcher, a very old Titan facility buried in the sands of Badlands, and stole a treasure from there. Lastly, with the help of 3 dwarfs, we fought against more black dragons and their forces. Then met again with Rhea, only for us to witness how Deathwing appeared and killed her, but one of the eggs she saved before survived the attack. And that basically was the story of Badlands. It's pretty open-ended what actually happens with the egg. I think it's actually the egg of Rathian, but I don't actually know, so yeah. Next zone. From the Badlands, we traveled to the Wetlands, to Sabachel's survey, where we did quests that involved us killing many things. I have no idea why we had to do that there. Traveling to Maltha Harbor next, we noticed they had a slight flooding problem there, so we helped the people in town with their problems, which also involved killing murlocs and dealing with a cursed ship crew. They have very weird problems there in Maltha Harbor. But continuing on. We then traveled to Velga's excavation site, where we helped some archaeologists. No, we still don't do archaeology, but we still killed some living fossils and gathered some relics. And with that, we have reached our goal of level 50 on this character. So we returned to Stormwind to finally start the Dreaded Heritage questline, which needed us to turn in 1 quest in the Exodus to finish everything we need to do for Stormwind. Yeah, I know, pretty disappointing, but progress nonetheless. Speaking of progress, we also started working towards our 2nd legendary of the series, the Fangs of the Father. 2 daggers only available to rogues from the Dragon Soul raid. So we headed to the raid, and yes, we actually did it before finishing some of the zones earlier, but from a narrative point of view, it made sense to mention it earlier. So, after accepting the quest Proving Your Worth, we fought our way past the first 3 bosses that gave us the following loot. Morshock. Hello, my friend. Could you die, please? Thank you. Oh, we got the achievement, Don't Stand So Close to Me. Vagaris of Time. The Moose Rod Shoulder Guards. And the Mycosynth Wrist Guards. Wallot Zonos. Ah, there we go. Woo, this took a moment. So, what do we get? We get the Belt of Flayed Skin. The grotesquely writhing... Oh wait, we got this one. And we got a... Oh, I bought this from the vendor. Yeah, right. I think at least I do. So, what? I'm confused. Well, nothing really else. And yours, Sarge? He's gonna die. And he's dead. So, what do we get? We get the experimental specimen slicer. This is what we got. The leggings of corrupted vanquisher, which is also for druids. And the rest is just stuff that we already have. After killing the trash before the Stormbinder, we could pickpocket her, turn the quest in, headed back to Stormwind, but noticed something again. Oh, wait a second. Dungeons Raids, Onyxia's Lair, no, Dragon's Soul, thanks to the father. Yes, that's the quest that we need. A hidden message. But we have to pay actually 10,000 gold for this. I don't have that much money. So again, we hit a roadblock which we couldn't progress any further for now. That was basically everything we did with Vinera. But we still had to level the sun. We started with the Arathi Highlands, where we fought against the Syndicate, Ogres, and helped Gale and Trollbane reclaim Stormguard Keep. Headed then to the south of the zone, helped some pirates stealing some Naga artifacts and also defending them against said Naga. And lastly helped the citizens of Hammerfall gathering some materials and accidentally freed the Mad Princess Misrael, but we also dealt with her, so no worries on that. I know, we already did a whole bunch of zones for the Lawmaster, but we're with me. Today we are only doing 3 more, next one being the Hinterlands. There we had to stop the Vilebranch trolls in summoning the Spider Lower. In my case it's crap, since I'm arachnophobic, but that doesn't matter. So we actually summoned her by ourselves and killing her once she entered our realm. Following that we flew to the shore to the Reventusk village, where we helped the citizens by gathering some materials for them again and fighting against the Wildhammer dwarves, as well as dealing with a slime-infested cave. Our final task in the zone was to bring the town of Jinder Allure to fall. So we went there and killed trolls. And we killed trolls. And we killed more trolls. And we killed even more trolls. Yes, that was basically it. This chain contained mostly troll killing quests. And with that, we have finished the Hinterlands as well. Next up was the zone of the Western Plaguelands, one of the historically most important zones of the Eastern Kingdoms, the place where the plague had been released for the very first time by the mage Kel'Thuzad. After entering the zone, we entered an actual battlefield in the town of Enderhall. There we fought against the Scourge, led by Galgmaster Gandling. After dealing with them, we started gathering more soldiers for the Forsaken, so we killed the local farmers and raised them into undead. With our new soldiers at bay, we attacked the Alliance in Enderhall, leading to the second battle of Enderhall, which we actually won. Lastly, we headed to Manderstead, where we tried to help the Cenarian Circle to cleanse the Plaguelands of their corruption. And finishing this part, there was only one zone missing, the Eastern Plaguelands, which will come up next. So we entered the eastern side of the Plaguelands to find Fiona, a female Worgen that wants to travel to Lightsop Chapel with her caravan, but both of her companions were missing, the dwarf Gidwin and the blood elf Terrana. Both want to be paladins in the Arching Crusade. After saving both of them, we traveled to the first watchtower with the caravan. Once there, we helped the crusade with a bat problem and continued our journey to Lightsop Chapel. Helped the 2 young paladins to join the order and getting our first missions for the crusade. We noticed that Gidwin went missing after the first mission, apparently captured by the Scourge. So we traveled further into the Plaguelands to save him. Well, I actually forgot to record all of that, but we saved Gidwin and returned to Lightsop Chapel. There were just 2 things missing that we needed to finish here. Firstly was breaking the curse that laid over the town of Darrowshire, where ghosts had to relive the battle against the Scourge over and over again. Our last task here was to reclaim Tyr's hand from the undead Scarlet Crusade.
How ironic.
So we slayed our way through the undead, and after returning the last quest, we received the Lawmaster of Eastern Kingdoms. With this very long quest grind finished for the day, we headed back to Dalaran into the Order Hall of the Rogue to continue our campaign, which first sent us into the Maw of Souls dungeon, where we got the achievement Maw of Souls after defeating Helia, and she also dropped the Krakenhide Helm. After returning to Dalaran once more, we were sent to Blackrook Hold to fight against the undead in the area. Valera then sent us into the dungeon of Blackrook Hold, where we got the following loot. From the Amalgamation of Souls we got the Howling Echoes and the Tooled Rivermore boots. Elisana Raven Quest dropped nothing of use. Smashed by the Hateful gave us the Mardum Chain West and the Collar of Raking Claws. And after redeeming Lord Raven Quest we got the achievement Blackrook Hold, as well as the Nether Whisper Leggings and the Raven's Veil belt. Once again we returned to the Hall of Shadows to decipher a letter from the SS7. Just to find out that Ember Kernan was deadly wounded by the Red Lord Deatharok, and Matthias Shaw was captured by him as well, just to impersonate him. At this point we then had to send our followers once more on missions. So we completed a quest to complete 10 world quests in the meantime. And that is it for today's episode. The video actually got way shorter than I thought it would be, but yeah, it is what it is. Thank you all so much for watching, I hope you all liked it. If you did, please consider leaving a like, a nice comment and a sub for the channel here. Or maybe also consider becoming a channel member. Right now I don't have any benefits for members except them being mentioned here at the end of the video. But if you have an idea, just drop it in the comment below. Everything that we did today brought us to a completion of 38.22% for Somin City itself, and an overall completion of 9.02%. I'm also streaming this challenge live on Twitch, link in the description, or here on YouTube at least once a week. The times when I stream I'm dropping every week on the ATT Locked Discord, link is also down in the description. That is all from me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.